Central Texas Life with Ann Harder presents Central Texas Events.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Central Texas Events, and it is great to have Terry Hunt here with us from Community Cancer Association. We caught up with each other last year at the wonderful Charity Champions.
Yes, we did.
Because I was with the Waco Symphony Board, and Community Cancer was one of the charity champions.
Yes.
Has that not been a wonderful experience?
The one thing that we needed was awareness, because if you didn't know us unless you didn't have cancer or something.
Well, everybody's heard of ACA, you know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But,
so this was huge for us. We've gained a lot of ground in awareness and opened a lot of doors.
well, and what's exciting is that you are going to be having a wonderful fundraiser.
I think it's going to be fun.
With Karen Mills. She is just a hoot.
She's
so funny.
Yes. And the key to this whole thing that I've thought about with her for a few years, she's a cancer survivor.
Yes, she is. And that's somehow she works it into her comedy routine.
And she shares her story with humor, and it's never degrading, but it's so funny and heartwarming at the same time to hear her talk about her cancer. So I thought this would be a great thing to do here in Waco. And it just so happens it worked out for us to get her here and do a show coming up.
Yeah, she's got a busy schedule.
Yes, she
So
does.
you did very well to get her, and she's coming up on December 7th at 7 o'clock at the Hippodrome.
Yes.
So that's a Thursday evening. Just delightful. I mean, I came across her, I think, Dry Bar Comics or something on Facebook.
Yes, Dry Bar Comedy.
I see her on that, and of course she tours with
Leanne Morgan.
Leanne Morgan,
yes,
who is another funny Southern girl.
Oh, yes, she is.
She is a hoot. She's really, skyrocketing, in her prominence and fame. But Karen Mills as well. And Karen is so funny because she just to everyday things like standing in line at the grocery store.
Yes.
Stuff. And someone who is a true comic can take those everyday things and just make it the funniest thing.
Personal observations are the best things in the world. Just watching and being aware of your surroundings. And that's what she does. And then she'll add something to it, and you're just rolling at that point.
Yeah. But as you say, she is a cancer survivor, and we caught up with each other most recently at our mutual friend, Jim Cody, otherwise known as Jim Cody with Waco 100, Zech and Jim, at his service, and left us way, way too soon because of cancer. Because of cancer. I'll
challenge you to find somebody that has not been touched somehow with cancer. And it's not there. Everybody's been touched by cancer somehow. Yeah.
And what is different about the Community Cancer Association is what you do in the community. Everything you do stays in the community.
It's all direct services. So we'll start with those. We buy tons of meds for cancer patients.
Do you really? Because that's becoming a huge thing.
Oh, yeah.
Where folks don't have the coverage to.
Yeah, with insurance and the prices of everything.
And it's life-saving for them.
250 to 400 doses of medicine is what CCA buys every day.
Really?
In McLennan County for cancer patients.
That.
Yeah. Pain meds. If you're on outpatient chemo, there's anti-nausea meds if you're going through certain things like that.
Sure.
And then there can be some, like with breast cancer patients, some long-term hormonal therapy that they need. So we buy all of that with direct services. Another one of the service we do is mastectomy supplies. Bras and breast forms. I've learned a whole lot about both, more than I thought I needed to know.
I thought you needed to know, but it's all important.
Yeah, tons of ostomy supplies. It's amazing what women with cancer seek. They want to see something that is familiar in the mirror. So breast forms and wigs. They come in because they want to look in the mirror.
So really practical things.
Oh, yeah, it really is. And then there's a lot of cancer patients now that some of the protocols don't allow them to eat very well, or they aren't hungry because of the treatment.
Because of the drugs,
So we buy tons of Boost and Ensure and Glucerna and Gevity, and that can be for them to, even if it's a feeding tube, we help with things like that too. And then the last area that we help is access to care, because some of the patients here in Central Texas are referred to other cancer locations with a cancer center. So we give them gas money to get to Texas Children's or Cook's in Fort Worth, Texas Children's in Houston, MD Anderson, McLean's Children's, some of the transplant places are in San Antonio and Dallas, and we have different patients that we help with gas money to get to those locations.
I've always kind of pictured Community Cancer Association as boots on the ground.
We have that debate that we are out working here locally.
Yeah.
You may not see us, but we are handing out a lot of things and doing a lot of things locally. But yeah, we're actually practical boots on the ground, direct services.
And so that costs money, and so that's why you're having a wonderful fundraiser.
That's why we're doing that. That's why we keep looking for grant money and things like that, because it's a viable need. And the Texas Cancer Registry, which puts together a lot of the facts and figures about cancer patients in Texas, in McLennan County, I've watched it go from 1,200 new cases a year to now almost 1,300 new cases every year in McLennan County.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, and that's incredible.
Why is it
is it environmental?
Is it the
genetic
food we're
or what?
eating?
Yeah.
I mean, you just wonder.
Yeah.
But it seems like so many more people that I know, are being diagnosed with.
And I think a lot of that has to do with the technology today.
Well, that's true.
The early detection is
and that's always the key.
Thing.
That's always the best thing. And so do you do anything regarding that with testing and that sort of thing? Or is it more after the diagnosis?
It's more after the diagnosis.
Right.
They come to us when they're kind of at that last stage of, I don't know what to do now because I can't pay for all of this. And we work with the cancer centers in town very closely. We have members of both of them on our board, so they know what we do.
Yeah, we have wonderful oncologists in town. And
so we don't have to sell anything to our board. Our board that we have has the same passion that the rest of us do, and they understand how important it is.
And I know many of the things that you mentioned, MD Anderson, you can get a protocol and so forth, and then have it happen here in Waco,
right?
If that's what you need.
Well, and I was part of St. Jude's years ago. I know that I'm not trying to do a shameless plug, but coming up on the Thursday and Friday of next week is the Radiothon at Waco 100 for St. Jude, which is a great thing. I did those in my radio career for a long time.
Yeah.
And one of the first things you tell people is that cancer center will share protocol anywhere in the world.
Right.
Most cancer big facilities like MD Anderson and things like that, they share that anywhere so you can get it locally. It's not completely necessary that you have to go places now to get that. And that's a testament to the medical facilities we have here now.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
No. That for sure. That is true. And so it's just such a pervasive thing, though, and we all know someone who has been affected, lost family members, lost loved ones, dear friends to this dread disease. But there is a lot that can be done to prolong life and and so that's where you step in to kind of be that improvement to the process.
Yes, when we help with those direct services that we talked about, one of the coolest things that I get to do is helping somebody at one of the cancer centers and getting a call from them that's like, hey, I'm going to be ringing the bell after my treatment today.
Yeah.
Will you please come and join my family? And I'm like,
I know
you want to keep this. And it's like, no, you were with us through this.
Yeah.
I am so blessed to be able to stand there with the family, shedding tears of joy that they are through that part of the treatment.
To ring that bell. Oh my gosh. Well, it's awesome. And again, thank you so much for everything you're doing, Terry, through Community Cancer Association. And a reminder again, Waco Hippodrome, Thursday the 7th at 7 p.m. Tickets are available how?
You can go to their website and pick them up. And we did not want to gouge $35 and $25 for tickets.
Oh, that's awesome. And it's just going to be delightful.
Yeah, it's going to be
delightful,
fun
entertainment. What a great cause to help. What a great way to enjoy an evening and do it, maybe in honor or in memory of someone that you've lost to this horrible disease. But the Community Cancer Association doing all the good here in Central Texas.
Thank you very much,
Terry,
Ann. I appreciate the time.
Oh, this has been great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you for being with us. We'll see you next time on Central Texas Events. Bye-bye.
This has been a Rogue Media Network production.